All right, guys, just a quick reminder that coupon code Independence in honor of 4th of July is still active and still live. If you want to join and become a member in MMU, there's still a chance. All right, you can check out MMU Gold or Silver. Gold, of course, yearly access, Silver, quarterly. And this is subscription based, all right, guys? So you can join and, of course, cancel your subscription. That way you don't have to pay again or anything like that. Of course, what's included is ongoing lectures, right? Weekly lectures, ongoing lectures. The course itself, there's a weekly Q&As, Marcelo's live trading archives, my live trading archives, a daily watch list and trade plan, which is provided every day at 9 a.m., low latency live streaming via Discord. If you're not familiar with Discord, that is our chat room where you can have inner circle access, all right? You can have one-on-one mentorships as well, along as lifetime access to the chat room. So if you're not familiar with the chat room, this is what it is. If I scroll up here, you'll see that we have over 3,000 members in the chat. And of course, for those of you who are in MMU, you'll have this special section here where it's designated for students only, right? And you guys can check it out. All of our students have the orange name. If we come down to the main trading floor, you'll see a lot more blue names as traders are hanging out, calling out stocks, and so forth and so forth. So if you want to check out the chat and not join MMU, you can. But if you want to join MMU and of course have access to the chat, coupon code Independence. All right, with that being said, let's jump into today's recap. As you're tuning in, hit that thumbs up button. And if you are a new viewer, consider subscribing to our beautiful channel. Guys, I do want to say thank you for the live stream today. We got up there to about 225 likes. The most liked video we've had in over 6 months. So I do appreciate those thumbs up. So to get into today's recap, we are up $1,628.40 after today's session. And today was one of those days where my fills were just, a little slow in some areas. Other times, I do have to hold myself accountable. I myself was also a little on the slower side. So tomorrow I'm looking forward to being a little quicker, a little faster, a little bit more confident in some of the areas to ensure some better entries. All right. Now, with that being said, stock MOB, this was one of our leading stocks today. Really impressive move pre-market. If we check out the 3-minute chart over here, really impressive move, man. Starting all the way from lows of about 150, pushing up, moving nicely, pushing up, making new highs. Got all the way up there to 340 for pre-market highs. Very impressive. So for this type of stock coming into the open, we're always a little skeptical because it's given over 100% move. Are we going to continue going up, or is this thing going to need a pullback? And so, that was the question. So coming into the open, the first entry that we had, was the 1-minute candle. Actually, there's a double bottom here. So we had a low of 83, low of 83. I didn't take this trade, but some people might have, right? This is the first entry here. Then over 3, break up the whole dollar. Also, the candle making the new high for the first time in the day. This pushed up nicely to 310, and we pulled back to a low of 3. So that previous high of day then became support right here. And from 3, we pushed up to a high of 316. And then 310 became support. 308, it broke down by 2 cents. And from there, we pushed up to 25. So I'd gotten myself up $700, I think, in this area. And then this stock started pulling back hard. So I gave back money here because I was expecting this pullback to hold up. But sometimes, you get a little carried away. And, of course, the stock is also strong. So I was buying down here again around 10. Did not hold up. Sold off. All the way down to 94. And then from there, made a new low 89. And then ripped back up from 89 all the way to 15. From there, we got into this wedge right here. It broke out. And from a high of 13, we got up to 33. I will play some archive from this area here. Very disappointing for me. Got too aggressive, tried to add. Should have just been a little bit quicker and a little bit more patient at the same time, right? So watch this. So at the time, Again, I'm up about 750 right here. Gave back about 250. So we're up about 400. We made it back on this candle and a little bit of scalp trades in this range. So now here we go. Now things are starting to heat up, right? And for this, I'm going to quickly move my camera. Oh, MOB. Here we go. Watching right here. And, let's see how it does. So I'm in at 7. I'm selling at 12 right there in the spreads, making about 4 cents. I'm getting back in, small size. And now I'm like, okay, this thing is getting ready to move. I size up, 2,500. And watch this, it's going to pull back. I'm going to be long right here, 18. I'm going to add 26. Because right here I'm thinking 35, 40. Look at this madness, man. So the ad turned out to be too aggressive. All right. It happened fast. So here's the first order. In 18, good fill, fair fill. Right here I'm going to add as it breaks 25. So there's the ad. It's coming between 26 and 29. I think I got filled 28. Got filled 28. But usually I'm taking profits here for a quick scalp. But in this moment, I thought the stock was going to go to 35 and 40. While being too aggressive, the level 2 is a little thick. Sellers at 29, 8,000. Seller 30, 20,000. Seller 35, 18,000. Being too aggressive here in the moment. And sometimes it happens, I'm not seeing all the data immediately. And this is why some people do prefer the latter. Right? And so I add, and the moment I add, it's just going to come back down. So my average is going to become 22. And believe it or not, I'm hitting the sell button here, expecting us to still be 29, 30, 31. It's like it didn't even register in my mind yet that the stock is down, but I'm just trying to sell into the move. And this type of stuff is just so disappointing. From what should be a nice $300, $400 winner is a $300 loss. Boom. Not good. So that's one of the trades here for the day. We'll look at another one in a sec. So that was this big rejection candle there. And again, the main thing in the moment is to stay focused and not be upset, because this is just a false breakout. It's a normal occurrence. Unfortunately, it's just a normal thing that happens. The main thing is to cut the loss quickly and be prepared to get back in, or be prepared to watch at other stocks or the scanners, so forth. So that was MOB. It did curl back up, but kid you not, it did the same exact thing. Right here, once. If twice wasn't good enough for you, 3 times. And then it sold off. And right here, I did have this ascending support trend line. I'm like, okay, right here looks like it's not a bad short. It did, sell off a lot, man. Having shares available is a blessing, man, if you do. Because just like how we're looking for a big green candle to go to the moon like this, you see essentially the same thing here, right? If we put the minus sign in front of this stock and we look at how that big red candle was, look at how nice this would have been for a breakout trade. This would have been lovely, man. Lovely. So, yeah. Moving on, we have stock PWM and GRRR continuation move. We have not been seeing a lot of continuation, but this one ended up doing its thing. Now, for break of 6, I'm surprised, like, to be honest, when I looked at my P&L, I was surprised I was only up 360. I thought I did better in this area, but maybe, I'm not sure what was wrong. I think I had 2K share blocks. Maybe I should have pushed a little bit more size. But yeah, anyhow, so we have some footage. Let's take a look. 4 p.m. alarm hitting there. Let's take a look at some of the footage here from GRRR resumption. Jeez. Okay, here we go, finally. So the resumption was sideways, right? Resumption was sideways. There we go, 29. It rips up to 40. And right here, it pulls back into the previous high of 29, and it held up its levels. So I'm going to go long here. I'm in. Nice quick trade. And then I'm back out. But notice that the 200 EMA is at 650. So, resistance. And I'm not quick to take the dip because, again, resistance is so close. I got to make sure this isn't going to just hit 29 and flush down at, 610, because that does happen, and that's the risk sometimes. So I'm in. It's a quick pop back up, and from there we're patient, and I think we had a few scratch trades maybe around this range, and after that we let it pull back. We can skip ahead. We let it pull back. Let's see. So it pulled back, it curled up, it tried again. It's a little tricky though, We had some winners, we had some losers. But you can see at times, I am sizing down in some areas. So like this is a good trade here. But small size, well, let's say a good sequence with small size. So we're back in 39. There's a couple cents there. Can we break 50? Quite. It seems like it's struggling a bit. So again, 50 for that resistance, man. Just really, a little tricky there. So we're going to take a quick dip. Didn't quite get the bounce I wanted, and it's fluctuating very fast. But yeah, 50 ended up proving to be resistant. So as we fast forward, you'll see, it rejected from there. It came down. And I think that was it. What did it come? Oh no, it curled back up. What happened? So it curled back up, pushed through VWAP. I forgot all this happened. Jeez. But we had some losses along the way too. So we got up over 1K or 1100 there. Got to a high of 685. I think on the pullback is where I really gave back money. Right? So we had a pullback there. I was too aggressive buying the dip. Little 160 loss right there. Scratch trade. Scratch trade. But anyhow, look at this pullback here. So I'm going to buy this dip with a low of 40. And I'm going to get stopped out right here. Right there. I got stopped out of this trade. So this was disappointing. Took a $200 loss or so to end it, thinking that the previous resistance would hold, but it didn't. So if we fast forward a little more, we kind of came down some more after that. Yeah. This other stock, PWM, resumed, and for me, just 200 shares, man. Ended up making $700. The only thing I could have done better here was just share size. If we're using 1,000 shares, I think we made about $3 a share. We would have been up like 3K. If we're using like 3,000 shares, again, like 9,000 on this stock. It just depends on how much share size you're willing to push. I was very conservative. This one did have big spreads, a little tricky to trade. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the day. It's your favorite YouTuber, Relentless. So be sure to hit that thumbs up here. The like goal today is 150 likes. I think we can definitely do it. So be sure to hit that thumbs up. And I'll catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9:15 a.m. for another beautiful day in the markets. Stay safe, stay green.